Well, hey, Beth, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and get into the latest episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's talk. All right, y'all. Now it's already awkward in the house and everything because Miss Wendy, Dr. Wendy, done went off on Gizelle and she done snapped off on Robyn. So it's very, very awkward in the house. The food did arrive. Okay, that gave Gizelle a reason to kind of leave the room since it was like a lot of heat up in there. She went and grabbed the food, and then we could see like Mia, Karen, I think Wendy or Scholar could have been in there getting the food. Long story short, honey, this what's going on. Robyn over there talking to Gizelle like, girl, is there anything we should be mad at Miss Ashley about? Because Ashley done came in, she done dropped these motherfucking bombs, and she done tiptoed with her J's on, grabbing her breast milk and gone ahead and head out. So is there anything we should be mad at her about? But you can hear Gizelle as she's eating on her food saying that she's not mad at Ashley. And I'm like, if please, I would have been mad at her like, girl, what is it that you said to her? Because you was even wondering what was said. Okay, but I think Ashley told her that she just told her about the rumor. She told her that, oh, we didn't believe that it was true. Whatever, okay? So after grabbing their food or whatever, Wendy didn't want to sit near Gizelle. She said that I'm not eating with that bitch ass. Now I don't know if she said I'm not eating with her bitch ass or if I'm not eating with that bitch's ass. Something like that. It sounded like she said bitch ass. Okay, not sound like that's exactly what she said. It's just a matter of what came before that. Okay, and I'll bring that up at a later time. So Karen, Escala, and Wendy, they all have left the house. Okay, Karen has gotten what it is that she needed. Okay, not only was she served with food, but she was served with the opportunity of seeing Gizelle being snapped on. Because y'all know Karen lives for Gizelle getting read down, honey. She is here for it. Gizelle continues to live rent-free in her mind. Okay, so at this point, all right, it leaves Robyn, Gizelle, Mia, and Candiace. They all at the house. Okay, so they're obviously discussing what just took place. Robyn brings up Wendy saying that people were talking about her husband. Like she talking about people was talking about her husband, but when nobody really talking about her husband. So you know what's going on. Gizelle says that no one was speaking on him, but Candiace lets her know that Wendy is very sensitive. Okay, girl, my girl is very sensitive, and Giselle's like, sensitive how? Because we ain't never seen that. I ain't never see that. And I'm looking at the screen like true because I haven't seen that either. Okay, I haven't seen Wendy be a weak, sensitive woman. All right, but that's maybe, you know, how she shows up when that's not really how she is. She's very sensitive. Okay, let's move on. Candiace tells her that everyone has triggers. Okay, everyone has triggers. And then Gizelle goes on to say, well, if that's the case and she can't handle certain conversations, then maybe she shouldn't be a part of this group. And Candiace says, no, don't say that. Don't say that. I am with Candiace on that. That's not fair for you to say that this lady should not be a part of the group because she won't have certain conversations that you feel that she should have. Considering the fact that a scholar was just trying to have a conversation with you and you didn't even want to put your own business out. So I don't think that's fair. In addition, I feel like you acting like Karen was acting on last season when y'all had the reunion and Karen was saying that, oh, Wendy is not of Potomac. So see, you and Karen, like I've said before, y'all the same BIT. Y'all the same period. Okay, so how Karen was acting with Wendy last year, now because obviously she was on the outs with Wendy or whatever, now here's the same thing with you and you want to say the same, and I just disagree with that. A lot of times people are not going to want to have these tough conversations. It does not mean that they should not be a part of this group. Okay, y'all are just challenging them as they are in this friend group. Okay, so I just don't think that's fair, and if that's how you feel, it just makes me feel like then maybe you shouldn't be a part, as I've already said, because you don't want to share your tea. You don't want to be vulnerable. Okay, so that's that on that. Talking about some when Candiace said something about triggers. Gizelle, you have triggers too. Okay, and honestly, I feel like Jamal Bryant should not be a trigger, especially from this moment going forward. Jamal Bryant should not be a trigger of yours. Okay, and I say that because at some point that read is going to get tiring and it's going to get old. So what else are we going to be talking about? Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Robyn thinks that Wendy could have handled the situation differently. Robyn is upset with Wendy for speaking on her relationship. I think Wendy could have possibly handled the situation differently. She definitely went straight into gutter mode, get Gizelle mode. Based on the rumors, I think Wendy is more so mad at the rumors than she is about Gizelle, because it wasn't that Gizelle was really talking down on your husband and stuff, but she did bring the rumors to the forefront, right? So she could have possibly handled that situation differently. She could have asked to get more clarity on it because she immediately led with somebody was talking down on her husband as though he was a bad guy and all this other shit. No, we just bringing this conversation up about this blog and what they're saying the same way we did with Ashley and her shit and anybody else stuff that popped up. Okay, same thing that happened with everybody else, with Karen when she had her finances, Robyn when she had her finances issues, whatever it was, is brought to the forefront. So it wouldn't have been bad for her to sit down and just be like, okay, so what was said now? Okay, because Ashley told me that you was running your mouth behind the scenes about a rumor. So you want to elaborate with me right now before I really tell you what it is that I think about you? Okay, Wendy came in and she tore into her, and the way she did it, in my opinion, I just felt like she was definitely in a moment where she was trying to impress Karen, to be honest. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, Karen, Escala, and Wendy. So they over there at the house, they chilling. Wendy doesn't want, no, yeah. So Escala asked Wendy, like, girl, how you feeling? How you doing? And Wendy said, girl, I don't even want to talk about it, honey. I'm good. And Karen was like, well, girl, I want to talk about it because, you know, anything that got something to do with Gizelle, she's in my mouth and she's in my brain. So let's talk about it, okay? Because Gizelle likes to butt F people. That's what she likes to do, right? Okay, she thinks she can go around and do whatever it is that she wants to do, but I'm glad that you got her, girl. I'm glad that you told her exactly how it was that you're feeling because I couldn't, and I'm glad that you did, okay? So I'm very happy about that. And then here go Wendy, in my opinion, she was really milking this situation. She was like, oh my God. Oh my God. He's such a good man. He's such a good father. Ew. I was like, Wendy, cut it out. Cut it out. I don't care what y'all say. I'm not going to always say things in favor of your girl Wendy, your girl Karen. So if y'all want to moonwalk back out the comments, go ahead and moonwalk back, okay? Because I felt like she was overdoing it. I'm like, girl, the way you crying, you would have thought the damn rumors was true or something, girl. Like, Gizelle didn't even say that your husband was out here cheating, but she definitely brought it up. But at the end of the day, you over here crying, and I'm a little confused as to why you like, what is that all about? Okay, I didn't really understand that. I didn't, like, people was dogging Ashley's husband out. Like, I don't think I saw a time where Ashley was like, Gizelle clowned the hell out of Ray. I don't think I saw Karen say, oh God. Like, what is all of this? Y'all not gonna make me believe this shit at all. What else happened? Wendy talks about how he's such a good father, he's a good husband. She can't believe that Gizelle will repeat something that she know is not true. And Skylar speaks on how she's disappointed in Robyn for co-signing Gizelle's BS. And Skylar says that Robyn defends Gizelle at any turn. And she says that I think she's being a good friend. I said, what? She doing what? She being a good friend? You think Robyn being a good friend because she always defended Gizelle? No, that's not always being a good friend. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that may be being a good puppet at times, but she ain't always being a good friend. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you calling your friend out in public. I feel like if it's somebody that you really should not call out or tell them like, hey dog, you're doing too much, like chill, whatever. I can see if it's like an actual relationship with a husband and a wife or something like that. And it's like, okay, have my back in public, but if I did something wrong, then check me in private. Okay, babe? Nobody should see that we're divided. But as far as the friendship, like, I mean, if she's out of line, she's just out of line. So, I mean, I don't know about it, but I guess, girl, if you think that's a good friend, then okay, obviously you don't think that and you don't feel that way as Skylar because you two are starting to see that when Robyn gets with Gizelle, she is kind of a different person. She does kind of act different. Okay, so that's that. Let's move on. Karen is getting ready to head off to Surrey County. Wendy is getting ready to do her political work, so you know she got to do her commentary and everything. That's Gizelle. Escala get to the house. Gizelle and Escala talk about what all happened the night before. Escala tells Gizelle, like, girl, you started it. Gizelle said, wait a minute, girl. Now, I was with you when you said that we needed to have a conversation, but when you try to come at me and tell me that I started some shit, girl, you got me fucked up. No, ma'am, I didn't start a goddamn thing. That was Ashley. Get it correct, okay? Period. But Escala went on to Twitter to let Gizelle know, again, girl, you started it. Yikes. I'm still blaming Ashley. Although, Gizelle, you had some involvement right off, okay? Ashley was the one that pulled her to the side and had a whole conversation. So, you know, I still feel like Ashley should have got some of that work too, but it's just that on that. Let's go ahead and move on, okay? And Skylar tells Robyn straight up that she came to Gizelle's defense immediately, which she did. Gizelle admits to being messy and says that Robyn calls her out all the time. And I'm like, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I likes me some green eyed bandits, but let's be honest, girl, that don't always happen. Okay, that doesn't. We don't always. She may call you out, but we don't get to always see it. All right, so that's that on that. Robyn says that she does not care about mess. You don't? Okay, she says she goes on about her relationship because she feels like Wendy was happy the most out of everybody. I remember that moment because when she got proposed to, Wendy was doing her glorified dance. And y'all know Wendy always do the most for everything, though, in all honesty. So I guess it makes sense why she was crying. She just do the most about everything. She always, you know what I'm saying? When she doing a little praise dance when this girl got engaged to, and then when it came down to the fight last year, and then when we see the salad that's gonna be thrown, she's like, wow! Wendy just over exaggerates. Period. Okay, that's who Wendy is. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Wendy arrives and Gizelle tells her, "Hey, Wendy, it's good to see you." Do you think Wendy said anything? Wendy pulled her hair to the side and started messing with them braids. I hollered. Do you hear me? Gizelle tells her, yeah, I would like to speak with you whenever you're ready. No, I don't want to talk to your braids, girl. I want to talk to you. Now, when Wendy continued to ignore her, I did kind of feel like, now, Wendy, you ain't got to be childish like this, girl. She tried to have a conversation with you because obviously you didn't allow that to happen the day before. You came in on a yelling, screaming match, okay? There was no room for a conversation for real. So now she's trying to talk to you and what? Why you not trying to talk to her now? Wendy over there like, girl, I ain't going to talk to you. You had all this time to talk to me. Now you want to talk to me, girl? We ain't talking about shit. Period. Okay? So let's go ahead and move on. Wendy, no, Candiace tells the girls, like, listen, you know, I got me some music coming out. It's going to be coming out. It's going to be real cute. I want everybody to get into it. All right. But this is what I need y'all to do for me. I need everybody to get ready to do like a whole dance routine or whatnot. I want y'all to do this cute little dance routine and stuff for me. And I may have y'all in my video. We just going to see. Okay. So all of the ladies do their dance. Of course, they got to cut to the cameras, the confessional, what Karen is talking about Gizelle, child. Ooh, she says that Gizelle can't dance. I said, Karen, baby, none of y'all can dance. So what's the next thing we can talk about? Because can't none of y'all dance. None of y'all. Not a single one. Okay? And that includes you, girl. Let's move on. So they get to the tennis court. This is at Skylar. It's Candiace. It's Gizelle. It's Robyn. Candiace was there to keep it real with the girls and to let them know what's up. I was like, okay. So Candiace asked, how are we going to handle this trip? Because y'all got issues, okay? Miss Gizelle, you got issues with Wendy and Karen. And you, Robyn, girl, you have beef by association. Screamed. I was like, what? Not beef by association, honey. Robyn said, Robyn says, no. Did you hear what she said to me? No, Candiace, scoot back a little bit, okay? Did you hear what she said to me? She talked about my relationship, okay? Yeah, so please know that I'm not inviting her to my wedding. I'm not inviting her to my bridal shower. I'm not inviting her to any of my wedding functions, period. Okay, because what she had to say to me, she didn't have to say. And I'm over here looking at the screen like, Robyn, I hear you, I understand, you know what I'm saying? I know you upset, I know you mad. But I honestly feel like Wendy didn't really say a whole lot for you to be offended by. I felt like you already know that you got your man that has never left, girl. Even if he's ever left the home, he was back in the home. Even after y'all divorced, y'all have lived together like y'all were husband and wife all of these years, okay? And in some states, and probably the state that you're in, you guys are already common law married. So now you have your ring, okay? Now you're engaged to this man. If you truly believe that your relationship is existent, why are you putting so much weight on the fact that it's non-existent? So when you do that, it makes me wonder, is there some truth to what it is Miss Wendy said? Because now you're over here being upset for no reason, in my opinion, okay? And I'll get to that towards the end of the story. So it is looking like there is beef by association. Okay, but that's just that on that, girl. Let's go ahead and move on. Candiace tells her and tells them that they're gonna have to chill out, you know, when they get to dinner and stuff, because basically what y'all out here doing, what it's giving is giving taunting behavior. That's what it's giving, and that's not what we want. We want you guys to play nice. This is what Candiace is saying. So we get to Surrey County. So Karen is getting ready to be honored with this award, okay? You got Mia that attended. You have Wendy that attended. I'm about to start changing Mia's name to Messy Mia until I can come up with something else for her, okay? Excuse me. So, okay, Karen gets honored. You know, Ray is there. He got flowers and stuff. He wants to step up to the mic after she gets her speech. She receives a key to the county and everything. He says, "Isn't there something else you want to say?" She said, "Oh, yes." It seems like she didn't really want to say it, though. Miss K, we see you, girl. Like I told you, you were Gizelle the same people, but let's move on. So, Karen goes on to say, "Oh yes, we will be adding more to the La Dame fragrance line. We will be adding some candles and things of that nature." And then you have Miss Wendy over there like, "Oh no, this whole damn girl that came over there to your house and I done talked to you about everything that it is I'm trying to do. And you over here gonna tell me that you over here gonna do candles too? Why you ain't say that a few weeks ago when I was at your motherfucking house? Girl, I see you. Okay, I see you, but I'm gonna be cool because right now you about the coolest person I have in this house." Okay, so let me just chill, girl. All right. And then Miss Karen gonna go in the confessional and shade the fuck out of Wendy. She gonna say, "There is a difference between the candles that I have and the candles that Wendy has. I will have 3 wicks and she can only afford 1." That is what Miss That's what Miss Karen said. I said, "No, you did not get in this confessional and shade this lady too, talking about y'all got 2 different types of candles." Girl, Wendy just said she's coming up with the candle line, okay? Not only just the candle line, because I feel like, okay, you can have the 1 wicks and then it can expand to the 3 wicks. But not only did Wendy tell you she was doing a candle line, she also told you that she was going to do like a home line, the same thing that you're about to expand with La Dame. Girl, embarrassing. Let me tell you something, Wendy, girl, you better get it up off the ground and run it. If this is what you say you're going to do, you better get it up off the ground and run it. Because one thing Karen is good for following through on the shit that she says she's going to do when it comes down to business. Hear me. And the moment you and her clash, because it's going to happen, it's going to happen. The moment you and her clash, she will be bringing up this very moment. She will be bringing up this very moment when she tried to give you advice on your candle line and you still couldn't get it off the ground because she's still dragging Gizelle, I'm sure to this day, about the makeup fragrance and everything that Gizelle had going on. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you're going to do it, you better get it off the ground, girl. Either way, honey, good luck. Let's go ahead and move on, okay? So where we at? Mia, we in the car with Messy Mia. Messy Mia talking about dinner because, you know, she's so messy. Let me tell y'all, I know the producers are loving Mia. They put something in Mia's back. They tell Mia what to do. Mia goes and she makes sure it gets fulfilled, period. So I know she is like the perfect person for her to be on this cast. They loving it. So they gonna tell Mia. Mia's like, "Okay, I want to know how everybody's feeling about dinner tonight." "Oh, okay. Karen was like, "Girl, do you think I give a fuck? Bitch, I just got the key to the county. Girl, I don't give a about nothing these girls are talking about." Wendy said, "Girl, I am good. I'm moving on." And then Mia said, "Well, girl, you do know that Giselle's gonna be there, right? Okay." And you know, girl, it was some things that were said about you that night. And then Wendy said to me, after I left, she said, "Girl, yeah." She said, "Well, what was it? What was it? What was it?" And she said, so then Mia said, "Oh, well, she had said that if you're a weak BIT, you shouldn't really be here. You shouldn't be around a group of them like that, girl, if you're a weak BIT." Wendy said, "Wait a minute." She called me a weak BIT. She was like, "Wait, you know, it was something like that." And I'm like, "No, girl, get your lies together and get them correct. Real quick, like, okay? Now you do enough lying on yourself. You don't need to be going around lying on other folks, okay? And it's not about what she implied. It's about what she said. And see, that's how people really get their ass whooped. Okay? That's how people really get their ass whooped. Okay, girl? So you about to set this woman up to really get her ass whooped, and that ain't even what she said. She just said if she's struggling with this or that, she shouldn't be a part of the group, which I do agree is definitely wrong of her to say. But I initially, when I first heard it, I didn't even look at it or listen to it as though she was saying that Wendy was a weak BIT. Okay? Girl, go ahead and go away from us with this. Girl, you do enough lying on yourself. Continue with that. All right? And I want to say another thing while it's on my mind. I know I did another video and I was saying that Wendy was having a midlife crisis. First of all, I did not know Wendy was 37 years old. I still stand by the fact that she's going through a crisis. That's number one. Number two is when I look at her neck, y'all not going to convince me that Wendy is 37. She's a year older than me. I know those are lies. So you're not going to fool me. I'm like, Wendy got to be in her mid 40s. Okay. So I'm like, girl, I refuse to believe. Just like Mia over here telling us that she like 36. Girl, you are not the same age as me, ma'am. You look like you damn in your mid 40s too, somewhere close to it. So y'all not gonna sit up here and confuse me and try and play me up here in a miracle. I said what I said. People lie about their age all the time. We're gonna go ahead and get back into this dinner, okay? So the ladies do a toast, okay? So Candiace tries to do like this really nice calming toast or whatever, but Miss Wendy ain't hearing it. She's like, girl, bye. Okay, they go sit down. Robyn congratulates Karen on her latest win or whatever, her little key. One gives her a call. This right here, Robyn, I felt like you was kind of doing too much. I felt like you could have just scooted to the back. Like, why would you even continue to bring that up to your man about the non-existent? Like, hey, non-existent husband or fiance. Hey, like, yeah, did you know our relationship was non-existent? And you just keep bringing that up. And if I was one, I would have got off the phone with yours too, because that was key word for one to understand that, okay, you over here going through something with these ladies, and I'm not trying to be a part of none of this SHI. So, girl, leave me out of it. I'm gonna go ahead and hang up this phone and go back and kick it with the boys. Okay, I was just returning your phone call, girl. Go ahead and eat your food and do what you're gonna do, because one don't want to deal with none of that now. All right. So then, she asked Wendy. So, Wendy, are you gonna continue to ignore me? Or are you just going to continue to ignore Gizelle? Like, are you going to do both of us, or is it just going to be one of us? Which one is it going to be? Okay. And Wendy said, girl, ain't nobody going to ignore you, honey. Listen, let me go ahead and tell you this, girl. Let me get it off my chest. All right, girl, I was airing about your friend the other night, okay? And I know that some of the bullets that I meant to hit her with ended up hitting your way. So I'm going to tell you right now, girl, I apologize. I'm sorry however you took it. If I offended you, honey, girl, my bad. All right, I didn't mean to do none of that. Okay, so Robyn taken back because she don't know how to handle the fact that Wendy came to her with an apology, because Robyn was ready to be on some attack mode. That's what it gave me. And so Robyn says that, are you serious? You know, you really took some digs at my family. You took some personal digs. I'm like, Robyn, the fact that you're trying to give it this type of energy for me makes me wonder, is there anything that was said that was possibly true? Okay, the same way I feel about Wendy doing all this extra crying and all this other stuff instead of really getting the whole scope of the conversation. It's like, Wendy, could any of this possibly be true? You know what I'm saying? Because both of y'all giving me too much, in my opinion. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Robyn felt like Wendy was being fake. Wendy tells her, listen, girl, you entitled to your own opinion. I'm not going to correct you on that, girl. You do what you do, but I'm going to tell you right now, the way you've been treating me since I've been on this motherfucking trip, girl, you fake as ill. If you want to ask me, no, don't say that to me, girl. Don't say that to me, because let me tell you something right now, okay? How me and my homegirls act, we don't act like none of this like that, girl. My girls have my back. That shit you been giving me, girl, dead as fake as hell. What else is going on? So, you know, they over there having a little spick and spat. But I will say this. I felt as though during the conversation, and y'all may not have seen it, but I felt like there was some love between Robyn and Wendy. I do. I feel like there was definitely some love, or is still some love, between the two of the ladies, because all last season, Robyn was like, oh, Wendy, that's my girl. Her sons, Wendy's sons, would play together. They would hang out, all of that. So I think that Robyn definitely grew fond of Wendy and vice versa. The issue I do think is when Robyn gets with Gizelle. And that's the same thing that Skylar, you know, is learning and she's seeing for herself. It's like, Robyn's my friend, but I do see when she gets with her, she kind of acts a little, you know, a little different. And so, yeah, I think Wendy don't like the switch up, you know, so. And especially Robyn, if you're closer to Wendy than Gizelle is. So you should have definitely been able to have a conversation with her about this. But one thing, oh no, I'll get to that when I'm gonna get to that when I do the after show, but I'll do that later. But anywho, all in all, Robyn is saying that she don't believe that Wendy is saying. Okay, but I just feel like if there was any issue, you're closer to Wendy than Gizelle, so y'all should have been able to, you know, talk out and been able to make apologies, especially after she apologized. That should be okay. Like, once she acknowledges what she did was wrong and she apologized to you, you should have been able to move forward from that. Okay, now see, had she not apologized to you, you would have made a big deal out of that too. So I'm not understanding that energy you're trying to give her. Let's move on. Messy Mia says, she's like, girl, I hear you over there talking to her, but girl, we got to really get into what we really here to talk about. The elephant in the room is sitting over there on the end of the corner. Her name is Gizelle. So we need you to direct your energy over there, girl. What you got to say to her? Okay. And then Wendy says, Wendy says, my thing that I would like to know is, why is it that when I left the house, you felt the need to call me a weak bitch? Giselle said, what? Who said that? Who said that? When did I? Here go Mia. You did. You did. Mia told me something. You did. Giselle said, Mia, no ma'am. No, I did not. I did not say that. Stop lying. We're not gonna lie, Mia. Mia said, oh, but then I thought I heard the word bitch. And I was like, you did. You heard the word bitch come out of the mouth of Wendy. You didn't hear it come out of the mouth of Gizelle. When Wendy did not want to sit down near Gizelle, she called her a bitch. So even if Gizelle, in my opinion, did call you a weak bitch, you the one who called her a bitch first. So what are we doing here? Both of y'all some bitches. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. All right. And I already know y'all gonna be trying to defend it and saying, but she called her a weak bitch. Bitch, I don't give a damn. I don't. Let's go ahead and move on. All right. So where else are we? Wendy tells Gizelle, like, girl, if you never apologize to me, then girl, that's fine because I am vindicated, honey. And you want to know how I'm vindicated? Because I have his last name and I also have a commitment. And I was like, ooh. Yeah, damn, I appreciate that read in the moment. But when people do stuff like that too at the same time, I be like, I pray you have that for a very long time, because at once upon a time, Gizelle had that too. She had the commitment. She had that until she didn't have the shit no more. So I hope that you have it as long as Karen has had it, you know? So that's that on that. Where else are we? Karen up there co-signing whatever Wendy's saying. She's like, oh my God, you did it. Yes, you're a better woman than me. Yes. Karen knows she can't get with Gizelle with the reads. She knows she can't. So she finally got somebody that can get with Gizelle with the reads. So she's so happy. So Giselle's in the confessional. She just feeling like, oh, Karen, you know, she just happy to have a friend. I just want her to shut up. I felt everything Gizelle was saying. Like, girl, shut up. Be quiet. Hush your mouth. Okay? Hush up, girl. You're doing a lot. So now I see if Robyn, if you're gonna be the wingman of Gizelle, we see that Karen is gonna be the wing woman for Miss Wendy. Okay, so it look like y'all gonna be tag teaming, girl. It's gonna be a mess. Let's move on. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I got for this review, y'all. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. I'm Jamie, that's me, you know. Listen, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys, you know, enjoying the content. If I make you feel away during this video, that's awesome because you felt something, okay? But in the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at jamithatsme, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.